What's up, Zulu gang? And we're back here for another motherfucking video. And we got Animorphs, Chapter 13, written by K.A. Applegate. I said Applegate. By Applegate. Read by your boy, Shaka Zulu. So, alright, we got chapters 1 through 12 out now. If you guys haven't seen that yet, there's a motherfucking link to the playlist in the goddamn comments. Make sure you check that out. Because you want to read it from the beginning, but your boy always do a recap for the people that can't, that don't want to do that. They just want to start now. But cheers, guys. Let me take a hit first. We're smoking on Friendly Farms, actually. Alright, guys. So, chapters 1 through 12. Basically what happened is these kids, they go through a construction site. They find out that a freaking alien is crash landing. You found out the alien warns them about alien invasion. There's about to be a war with these aliens called the Yeerks. They go into your brain, your ear canal, they take over your body, so it's hard to know who's a Yeerk and who's not. So the dying alien, which is an Andalite, gave these kids the power to morph so they could fight these aliens, guys. So the first person to morph was Tobias, then Cassie and Jake right now. And then let me see what happened in the last couple chapters. We had a run-in with a cop who's a controller. So we know that the cops are controllers. Also, we found out that Jake's brother is pretty much a controller because he's running, or he goes to these meetings called the sharing, which the cop runs. What else? Let me see. Right now we're finding out that Tobias had got a little bit more extra information about Yeerk pools and just information about Yeerks too. So that's basically kind of where we're at. But sorry if I miss a little bit of something, but that's pretty much where we're at right now. But the cop, oh yeah, that's the one thing. Remember the cop, because the cop might have saw Cassie morph, but we don't know, kind of thing. So you guys will see what happens. So chapter 13, that was just a quick little recap. Let's go. We find the Yeerk pool, Tobias said, and we do what we do. Or wait. We find the Yeerk pool, Tobias said, and when we do, we blow it up and kill every one of those evil slugs. I expected Marco to start yelling, but Marco is pretty smart. He could tell that Tobias had reached me with his talk about Andalite, so he just smiled a little sneakily. Remember that cop today, the one who was so interested in finding whoever was at the construction site? The cop who is probably a controller? What about him? I said. Well, let's see. He invites you to join the sharing, and now along comes Tom, and he suddenly is very interested in whatever happened at the construction site. And guess what? Tom also invites you to join the sharing. Tobias nodded in agreement. Maybe the sharing is an organization for controllers. Marco smiled. He's my best friend and all, but sometimes Marco really makes me mad. We're pretty sure the cop is a controller. And I don't care what you say, Jake. I think Tom is too. So here's the deal. You want to get into this fight against Yeerks? Marco asked me. Fine, let's see how much you want to do it when it turns out it's your own brother you have to destroy. That stopped me cold. Alright, so I'm just going to talk a little bit because Marco, he's the only one in the group that kind of is like, bro, like, he already lost a mom and shit. He's already been through a lot, so like, he's kind of like, no, I'm not trying to do this. My dad, he's already a wreck because of my mom type thing. So he's trying to get Jake not to go through with this, basically. And this is one of the things that, kind of stops Jake for a second. But cheers, guys. Gotta get a couple rips in, y'all. That stopped me cold. It's not exactly some video game, is it? Marco said. This is reality. You don't know anything about reality, Jake. Nothing bad has ever happened to you. You have this perfect family like I used to have. His voice cracked a little. He never talked about his mom's death. I just realized he was right. I didn't know what reality was, not the way reality had happened to Marco and Tobias. So Marco lost his mom, and then with Tobias, he never really had family and stuff like that. If you read the other chapters, you already know. But he never had family, and he's got moved from one aunt to the other who they don't really even care about him. They just shove him off to each other type of thing. But yeah. So maybe we just walk away from this, Marco said. Let someone else fight this fight. Sorry about the Andalite, but I've got enough death in my family. No, I said, surprising myself. The Andalite gave us the power, the morphing power, for a reason. It wasn't just for fun of being a dog or a horse or a bird. He hoped we would fight. Then maybe Tom is the enemy, Marco said. Maybe it's your own brother you'll end up destroying. Yes, I said. My throat felt all tight. Maybe that's what will happen, maybe not. But the first step is to find out more. I think maybe the way to do this is to check out this meeting of the sharing tonight. I'll call the others. Anyone wants to come? Cool. You want to stay out of it, Marco? That's cool too. He hesitated. He sent Tobias an angry look, but he said, okay, it's just a meeting, right? We go and see. I'm in for that. I called the others. Rachel agreed quickly. Cassie had to think about it for a little while, but she agreed too. I told Tom we were interested in attending the meeting. Me and Marco, Rachel, and Cassie, we'd already decided Tobias would be there too, only in a different way. Tonight's a great meeting to come to, Tom said enthusiastically. We're having a bonfire on the beach, hanging out, playing games and stuff. We play night volleyball, which is so funny because half the time guys can't see the ball. It's great. It's the best organization. You'll love it. Listen to him. It sure didn't sound, or listening to him, it sure didn't sound like the sharing was connected with the Yerks. Sorry guys, there's a freaking fly going all around me, man. Probably because I'm sweating. Listening to him, it sure didn't sound like the sharing was connected with... Jesus. This freaking fly keeps annoying me, bro. Sorry guys. Quick interruption. Listening to him, it sure didn't sound like the sharing was connected with the Yerks. You couldn't really picture Visor 3 or a bunch of taxons playing volleyball. I was thinking maybe we were all just nuts. The sharing was probably just like some new kind of co-ed Boy Scouts or something. It wasn't that far to the beach, so we decided not to drive there with Tom. We walked. Tobias part ways with us, then he stepped behind a dark dune. As we got close to the shore, a few minutes later, we saw a hawk take flight. There aren't many thermals at night, so he had to work to get altitude. But then I guess he found a decent enough updrift because he soared up and away till he disappeared. I have got to try that, Cassie said. It looks wonderful. Yeah, I agreed. Ahead the bonfire burned bright on the dark beach. People were all around it, playing, talking, eating. Kids from school, adults, people I didn't know, others I did. Were they all controllers, I wondered? How could I ever know? And was my own brother one of them? After about an hour of hanging out there on the beach, I was sure I was nuts. There was no way these guys were aliens. We played some volleyball, me and Tom together on one team. We ate the barbecue ribs they had. I mean, it was just like this normal good time. The sand was still warm, the night air was chilly, but near the fire it was nice. Now you see why I enjoy this, Tom asked me. It's cool, I said. I looked around at all the people having fun. I didn't realize it was so much fun. Well, that's not all of it, Tom said. I mean, it's more than just fun. The sharing can do all kinds of things for you once you're a full member. How do you get to be a full member, I asked. He smiled mysteriously. Oh, that will come later. First, you become an associate member. Later, the leaders will decide whether to ask you to become a full leader or a full member. Once you become a full member, the world changes. At that moment, something weird happened. I was looking at Tom, and he was smiling at me. Then his face kind of twitched. His head started to pull to one side like he was trying to shake his head, only he couldn't quite do it. For just a split second, there was a look in his eyes, scared or something. He was looking right at me, and it was like like some different person, some scared person was looking out of those same eyes. Then he was back to normal, or what looked like normal. I have to go for a while now, he said. The full members have a separate meeting. You guys stay here and have fun. Have some more of that barbecue. It's great, isn't it? With that, he was gone in the night. I felt like I had swallowed barbed wire. Marco and Cassie came over. They had just finished playing frisbee in the surf with some other kids. Marco was laughing. Okay, he said, I admit it. I was wrong. These are just normal people having a good time. And Tom is not a controller. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Marco was wrong. I knew what I'd seen in Tom's eyes. He was trying to warn me. Somehow he had managed to gain control of his face for just a second before the yerk in his head had crushed him. Tom, the real Tom, not the yerk slug in his brain, had tried to warn me. And that's the end of chapter 13. So at the end of chapter 13, we're still at the yerk pool, basically, or not the yerk pool. We're still at the sharing. Chapter 14 will still be in the sharing, and that one will be coming out probably like in the next couple days, if not the next day after this one has been dropped. You know what I'm saying? And we're way over, more than halfway. There's only 27 chapters, and then we'll be on book 2, and that one's pretty good too. I like book 1 a lot. I think it was a good introduction. Like a lot of shit is happening right now. Like, first a freaking alien crash lands. They found out there's aliens. Then they found out that these other aliens are coming too, and they're there to infest and take over the earth type thing. And next thing you know, the cops are controllers. Like, his brother ends up being a controller. So a lot of things are just happening real fast. You know what I'm saying? They gotta kind of come together and try and figure out what to do, because they can't. And it's like, it's a little different because they can't go to everyone, because if they tell someone, they might think they're crazy. They could be a yerk. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff happening. And that's not even it. That's not even. There's so much more that's gonna happen. This isn't even the end of the book. There's going to be a lot of stuff that goes down in this book. And that's why I like this book the most, because a lot of stuff actually goes down by the end of the book. And you guys will see what I'm talking about. But cheers, guys. This fly is freaking annoying, but cheers. See you guys soon. Peace out. And remember to eat, breathe, smoke weed. Bam! You know the vibes. You could zoom in, whatever. Mess around. I just wanna fly away. I just wanna get away. What is being free if I can no longer be me? You don't like what you see, so you rub up on my energy. I just wanna be me, smoking on that end of weed. So I just close my eyes, because I know that one day everything's gonna be alright. If I try, I know I'll fly. Open your eyes and see past my flesh, and see in my mind. I open my heart, you see all my scars. You see all the love that I push in the dark. Always feel alone, so I hop in my car. Push button start, I dream every day as I look to the stars. Spilling my heart while I'm spitting these bars. All alone and all alone, on my own, yeah. Get it to go. Gotta find the smoothest one. Smoothest. Ooh.